All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddie Live podcast, episode number 266. I'm here with Pasha.
Hi,
How
guys.
you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you for inviting me onto your show.
No problem. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. How was your day today?
My day was amazing.
What happened today? Tell me a little bit about your
My
day.
friends came to support me in this
Okay.
wonderful podcast. And if they want to give them give a shout out of them, they can come by. But they're all my good friends from school, and they dropped by and they wanted to help support me and motivate me. These are my friends that if they want to show themselves,
Okay.
they can show themselves.
What's up, friends? All right. Okay.
What's your name, Kaden?
My name's Caden. Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colorado Springs.
And how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
What school do you go to?
I go to TAS.
Oh, perfect. And how do you know me?
I know you from school.
Perfect. Thank you for coming.
Of course. I'm honored.
All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's good. I fixed it. Cool. All right. So maybe you can tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's keep that a little bit closer. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe tell me about yourself.
My name is Pasha. I'm from Taiwan. I was born and raised in Taipei, Taiwan for basically my whole life. I lived in Shanghai, China for the first 5 years of my life. So like when I was born. So I don't really have much memory or recollection of it. But I do remember I went to a British international school called Dulwich in Shanghai. And
Okay.
it's kind of like TAS, but like more, even more international in a way, because it's all European students and it's mostly Chinese people and some like Europeans.
Okay.
And it's like kind of like you mix cultures and languages. So because of that, I've always known how to speak English, but until Taiwan, I didn't really speak Chinese. So I came to Taiwan in kindergarten, and that's when I learned Chinese, and I speak at a fluent level.
Okay. So tell me a little about the differences in learning Chinese as opposed to English.
So there are definitely some differences, I would say. I think like English is definitely easier to learn compared to Chinese, but when you put in the work, of course you'll understand how to like read, speak. It just depends on how hard you're trying to learn, like how much work you're putting in to learn Chinese and to speak it. Definitely listening to music, watching movies in Chinese subtitles, or just like having the subtitles in front of you while it's in English helps you learn so much. Like for me, visual aid helps me learn like the most.
Awesome. So do you have any tips for new people that
Yeah.
are maybe coming to Taipei, coming to Taiwan, saying, hey, I want to learn Chinese. Chinese is a tough language. What's your tips for them?
Okay, my number one strategy for learning Chinese when you're a foreigner is to read. Just read as many books as possible, get all the workbooks, practice your grammar, and just practice speaking with other people who speak Mandarin. And honestly, that's the best way.
Okay, that sounds good. So you've been here most of your life,
Yes.
right? I actually have a daughter myself, and she sort of has a unique upbringing because I was born in Canada, but my parents were Mexican,
Yes.
right? So my daughter kind of grew up with a Mexican, Canadian, but Taiwanese sort of upbringing. And then maybe you can tell me a little bit about yours.
So we are both, like your daughter, like you mentioned, we're all third culture kids, right?
Yeah.
So we are not from the place we were necessarily born in. But
Yeah.
for me, I am from Taiwan. So as a TCK, I sometimes feel more like Taiwanese. I hope that doesn't sound wrong, but I'm from Taiwan and I speak Chinese. So I just feel more drawn to this country since I've never lived I'm from Florida. My dad's from there. I have family there.
Yeah.
I have family from like all over, like Vegas, like everywhere. But I used to visit the Fort Lauderdale every summer
Okay.
to just see my grandparents, my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
And I would always have really fun, memorable experiences. And I like Florida more, and I plan on going to college in Florida at like maybe Miami. I've not decided yet, but I'm going to apply very soon.
Okay.
But I could say maybe Florida will become my second home, but I don't feel comfortable with using that term quite yet because I just feel more at home in Taiwan.
Okay, so you want to go to, you're almost finished school, right?
Next
you go to
year.
school, TAS,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And so this is your last year?
Yep.
Okay, so you've gone to TAS most of your life?
First grade
Yeah.
through 12th grade.
Okay.
I'm in 12th grade now.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that. Some
Oh.
of the cool things about TAS.
I would say the coolest thing about TAS is meeting all of these international students
Okay.
from different places in the world, and it honestly broadens my horizons on like how much I can do because I see all these people speaking in their own languages, but they also know English, they know Chinese, they know Spanish. All my friends who came out to support me speak Spanish, English, like maybe other languages, German. My other friend is British. We've got Brazilians. Like everyone's so diverse. I feel like it's just like the world's your oyster in a way.
Okay, cool. And you were saying you went back to the States, right?
I never lived.
You would go back for visits,
yeah.
right? Okay, so all over the States.
Yep, I've actually
Right.
been to multiple states.
Okay, so where are your grandparents from, did you say?
We're originally from, I'm not sure, Pennsylvania, but we moved down
Okay.
south because of the weather.
Okay.
They moved south, not me,
Okay.
to retire.
So tell me a little bit about the trips back home to visit the family.
Okay, so I visited Florida, so I guess we could talk about that first.
Okay.
I would say it's definitely fun. I would like go on fishing trips to kind of like on the coast of Miami at a place called Biscayne Bay.
Okay.
You kind of pass by the whole city of Miami.
Nice.
And then you go back to like Fort Lauderdale, but it's kind of like outside it or like further. And I have memories. I have an older brother who's 24. He's 6 years older than me. And I just remember because of our age gap, we never really hung out. He never wanted to see me. But because we would go on vacation, it kind of forced us to hang out with each other.
That's
because
great.
of traveling. We would have to sit on the same plane for 14 hours. And he would just have to see me because he's so much older than me. We also are just not as close as I would like to be because of him. Not me, though.
Okay. Okay. So you were saying that, okay, you're born and raised here,
Yeah.
right? So you say that you feel more Taiwanese,
Definitely.
right? Okay. So how does that, tell me, how does that play into like your daily life? Okay. So you're born and raised here. You go to American school.
Yes.
You've got like a really big international group of friends.
Yeah.
But you say you feel Taiwanese, right? So maybe you can expand on that a little bit.
Okay, I would say I feel more Taiwanese because I've never lived in the States.
Okay.
I plan on it, but we never know. I've got some schools in mind in the UK and Australia that I might go to or do a year abroad. I don't know yet because it's very like complicated. Some schools are test optional. You have to do SATs or ACTs.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to go to a test optional school. I've got like some schools on my list are USC, San Diego, like state universities. I honestly want to apply to a couple Ivy Leagues. My parents, if that's okay to talk about, they went to Yale. They met there. My middle name
Okay.
is Yale. So that's how my mom is
nice.
a music major. She played the cello, but also the piano, but her major was cello. My dad was an East Asian major at UPenn, Cornell, and Wharton, but he also got a master's degree in business.
Oh wow, smart.
So
guy. Smart family,
I
huh?
hope legacy is still a thing. When your
Yeah.
parents go to college, you can get in. It's like higher
Yeah.
chance. I have
Okay.
Monash University. It's in Melbourne.
Okay.
Leeds in the UK,
Okay.
and University of Tampa.
Okay.
And maybe some New England, like Boston. Like my brother was a Boston alum.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to Babson. So just I'll apply to the colleges my parents and my brother went to, and maybe some in Florida and California, some UCs, maybe NYU. You never know.
Okay, cool. So you talked about mom and dad and brother and all this stuff that they're doing with college. So you're going to go to college, right?
Yes.
And what do you want to go to study in
I
college?
want to study early childhood education. I want to be an English teacher, but at the same time, I want to minor in a couple of things, as many things as possible. I want to minor in liberal arts, so basically literature. I love writing, reading, speaking. I'm very good at languages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to like do something to do with like Chinese, like not a major, but my minor. So I'm very good at just communicating. So anything to do with like public speaking or presenting, I want to be a teaching assistant by the end of college. You have to have a minimum set of hours to become to have enough experience before graduating.
Okay.
So if I go into the teaching degree, let's say at Loyola Marymount, it's in LA, University LMU, they are in Cali, and basically you have to be a TA, and then when you graduate, you can apply to be a teacher just with a bachelor's. But I think I want to get some work experience for at least 1 to 2 years and then go back to college for a master's degree
Okay.
to
Nice.
become more qualified. But that's very hard.
Okay.
My goal is just to finish, go to college and graduate.
Okay, that sounds cool. So when you were young, you said you went back to the States all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So when I was younger, I was born and raised in Canada, right? And we would go back to Mexico almost every summer. Don't worry, everything's fine. We would go back to Mexico almost every summer, and it was great. So
Dad.
for me as a kid,
Dad, it's spilling.
that doesn't matter.
It's
Joe,
on my lip.
can you get a napkin? Thanks. So, okay. Okay, what was I saying here? When I would go back to Mexico as a kid, for me, it was like heaven. It was like paradise, right?
Yeah.
Going to Mexico as a kid. And so now, obviously, I live in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And now I go back to visit my family in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So when I bring my daughter to Canada, okay, let them clean this up.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Canada,
No
you were
problem.
saying?
No problem. No problem.
I
That's
was
fine. That's okay.
listening.
No, I want them to. It's okay. That's fine. No problem. So when I go back to Canada, right? When I bring my daughter back,
Yeah.
it's like heaven for her. She loves it. So how about for you? The feeling going back during the summer times to the States. Tell me about that.
Same as your daughter.
Okay.
I love it. It's like heaven.
Okay.
I mean, it's that good. I'm not exaggerating. I just feel so much happier because when you live in the same place for so long, you tend to get bored of your surroundings because
Sure.
you kind of know everyone and everything. And America's just so foreign to me. I love how I have so much that I haven't done yet, so much I don't know, and so much to learn.
Okay.
Whereas in Taiwan, I feel like I'm kind of like a recluse in a way. I mean, I have friends, but you don't go out every night. You've got school, I've got sports, I've got dance productions, I've got just hanging out with my family, talking to my parents and my grandparents who don't live in, like my grandparents live in Florida. So I have to make time to like talk to my brother who doesn't like really stay in touch with me. So I feel kind of isolated from some of my family. I feel like I'm an only child at times because of how far away my brother lives. He like works at an investment banking at
Okay.
Bank of America in NYC.
Okay. So you're talking about sports and dancing and stuff that you like to do in your free time.
Yeah.
Right. So tell me more about that.
Oh, so at the moment, I'm in a dance production at my school called The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it's
nice.
called, it's a Hans Zimmerman like adaptation. I don't know who that is, but it's got something to do with the show, like the
Okay.
music, and it's like more evil. Like I'm in the first.
an evil
I'm in the
version.
opening scene.
Okay.
I'm
Tell
not-
me about
I'm
it.
not done
Are,
the
we,
pra-
are,
my-
are these spoilers here if we talk about this or no?
No, because the practices don't start until October because I only have one scene.
Okay.
So
okay.
I don't. Basically, I had auditions for 2 days, and everyone got together in a studio. There were so many girls and a few boys, and some of my friends tried out, and no one gets cut. You kind of just like sign up. You can just show up, and you're a part of it. And I used to do dance production like in 9th grade. I was a part of one. It's called the Senior Showcase. So at the end of the year, in spring, like April, this 12th graders they come together, make up their own dances, and then they teach it to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So how often are you practicing, dancing and stuff like that?
I used to do dance class, but I dropped because of personal reasons, because of an injury. But I still love dance. I still try to do it. I don't do it outside of school because it's just I don't really have time. But at school, I used to take honors dance class, honors
Okay.
dance 3, and then above honors is IBSL, IBHL, that's the European International Bachelor. And
Okay.
basically in honors dance 3, you have to choreograph your own pieces and perform it, and then the teachers they film it, and then it's kind of just like to keep track of your progress. And in IB they test you, so they submit the score of your pieces. But I've never gotten to that high level. The highest level I was in was honors dance. So I've been dancing like for real since like 7th grade because I used to play cello at school, but you have to pick like an elective, and I didn't have time for the cello homework. They make you do a lot of recording assignments where you play the cello and film it, like not just audio, and I didn't have time for it. It's like time consuming, so I switched to dance and quit playing cello. I used to play piano as well. I played the cello since 2nd grade all the way up until 6th grade, like after 6th grade. And then from then on, I switched to dance because it's just easier. And I played the piano from 3rd grade to 8th grade.
Okay.
So I had recitals and stuff with both
Okay.
instruments.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about the sports you're talking
Oh,
about?
I've done so many sports. Can
Okay.
I just start from the beginning?
Sure. Start.
From 4th grade till now, I played soccer.
Oh, nice.
So that's
Okay.
around 8 or 9 years if you count 4th grade. I've never made the varsity team because I'm just not good enough, but I'm like able to just practice as like junior varsity. But I stopped going because I want to focus on the dance production.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I just want to like focus my energy on stuff I'm like good at. So next year I'm gonna try out for our school's track team. Today I practiced some of the events I'm doing. I do a 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, 400-meter dash, and I really want to try 4x100-meter
Okay.
relay and high jump. There's a demand for high jumpers at my school, and what we do is we do these sports competitions in Southeast Asia called IASIS.
I know
and
about
we go
IASIS,
to
yeah.
schools like ISM, ISB, ISKL, and SAS. So that's in Singapore, Manila, the Philippines, Kuala Lumpur, and Taiwan. And at school, we host track meets.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna host a track meet in March-ish, February, March.
Okay.
And basically, you don't have to like make varsity. Everyone's involved. Like you can, even if you don't make varsity, you still compete on Saturdays.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be competing, and my time was shaved down. My friend Caden, he was on it. He introduced
That dude
himself.
that was here,
Yeah,
yeah?
the brown hair guy. He
Okay.
actually helped time me. So my time, like my 100 was 19 seconds. My PB, like my personal best, was a 15 seconds in middle school. But it's been so long, I have to practice. But
Okay.
it's sub 20. I also ran 37-second 200-meter dash, which is really fast compared to what I used to run.
Okay. So what's your favorite part of the whole track and field thing?
Just being fast and showing people I'm not slow, and also like hanging out with friends, obviously.
Of course. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So finish this sentence for me, okay?
Yeah.
So growing up mixed in Taiwan has been like how is it to grow up in Taiwan as a mixed
Just like in five
yeah.
simple words.
yeah, whatever, finish the sentence.
Grow-
Tell me about it because I know like I have my experience being a foreigner here and then I have my daughter has a different
about your
experience. My wife's Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my daughter's also mixed. Yeah. So definitely, she has a different experience than me. And then so maybe tell me a little bit about yours.
Growing up
Yeah.
in Taiwan,
Yeah.
fill in the blank, was fun, happy, emotional, sad, depressing,
Oh.
angering, lonely. But at the end, when you summarize it, it's not that bad. Life is
Okay.
never that bad.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay. What maybe some of the challenges that like
A
you
lot,
go ahead.
a lot.
For myself personally, I'll give you one. When I came here, I didn't really speak Chinese, so I started to learn it slowly. But even now that I've been here for a while and I do speak it,
Yeah.
people still don't. They don't think that I speak Chinese. So even if I do speak Chinese to them, they kind of ignore me. Yeah.
That's
so
really
that's
rude.
one.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's so disrespectful for
Yeah.
me. My Chinese ability has been really like good enough for people to assume I'm a foreigner, like completely American.
Okay.
And I get offended by it at times. I know that I don't mean bad. Like
Yeah,
bad,
sure.
Like it's not a bad thing to assume you're white, but the fact that they assume before like asking is just kind of rude because I'm not full white. I'm not. I'm half Taiwanese. I identify as half Asian. I don't want to get canceled, but I am half Asian.
Yeah. Well, why would you get if you're half? Yeah, that's
Like
yeah.
it's just when I go to convenience stores, like whenever I'm out with my
course.
friends, like just hanging out at places at night, they just speak to me in English sometimes. But sometimes when they speak in Chinese, I feel like they're kind of like closed off and rude. I mean, I know it's their job to just stay professional, but sometimes it's like, wow, like I know how to speak Chinese, guys. Like don't treat me like an outsider.
Okay.
Is how it makes me feel. But people know I'm half Taiwan. Like my friends, they know, but like strangers, they're like, oh, 你讲中文吗?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
That's a funny one. Yeah. So you said that makes you feel like an outsider.
Totally.
Okay,
In my
even though
own
born and raised
home,
here.
yeah.
Okay. So Tianmu is kind of a unique place,
It's
right?
not my home. I don't live here. I live
you don't
downtown.
live in Tianmu. Okay, so different area.
Yeah.
Because Tianmu is one of the few places
It's
where
up north.
Yeah, Tianmu is one of the few places where it's not like Waiguan and they point at you, right? So you don't get that
it's 'cause
here. But
so
other,
many people are Waiguan in Tenmu.
Yeah.
It's like normal to see foreigners walking around in Jasper Villa.
Okay.
I would say Tenmu is like kind of a home because I hang out here.
Okay.
Right now, I go to the baseball park. I hang out with my friends at like Maji Square.
Uh-huh.
I like just we hang out at school sometimes. Like after school today, we hung out. We went to the gym. We worked out at my school.
Okay.
And we hang out at like the baseball park. People like to watch baseball games.
Yep, that's true.
I've never watched one, but the big dome, you know, the Dachudan, that's near my
Yeah, yeah,
house.
yeah.
It's like
Oh.
right. I've never been. I don't know if I should go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so like my friends are like baseball fans, but I'm not. So I'm not really interested in like watching a baseball game unless they really want me to come. But I don't get invited.
Okay, understand. You never been to a baseball game then?
No, I've been to New York
In the
Yankees.
States.
I
Oh,
was in the
Yankees.
VIP, like
Oh.
because I have like an aunt that's really rich, like a cousin and aunt,
Okay.
and they're like from America. I'm not sure where they're from. Like Dad, what
Okay.
state are they from?
You're funny.
Say it. New York.
New York, all right.
I have twin cousins. They're like twins, and they're like I've met them like once or twice when I was younger.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So, with my daughter, when I was raising my daughter, I tried to, teach her sort of Mexican culture, right, and Canadian culture, right, and of course she's born and raised here, right. So, what about for you at home with like the multiculturalism?
Tell
me a bit about that.
I speak mostly English at home because there's just no need to speak Mandarin.
Okay.
But with my mom and my ama and my akong, they're my grandparents on my mom's side, I have to speak Chinese.
Okay. Is there like different kinds of parts of the culture, like a Taiwanese culture, or maybe your dad's Jewish, right? You're half
Yeah,
Jewish, so
I'm Jewish.
different part of the two cultures that some things maybe you really like, some things maybe I don't like so much.
Yeah,
Just
so
stuff like that?
there are so many differences. I am actually from two religions.
Okay.
My mom's a Buddhist. My dad's part Jewish, but I say I'm half because I've been raised like Orthodox in a way. I'm not
Okay.
Orthodox, but it feels that way. We go
Okay.
to a very like Orthodox and just like conservative community at a synagogue in
Okay.
Taipei.
Okay. Yeah, I had some friends that go there actually too. Very cool.
Oh, really? Where?
Yeah. I don't know where, but
You don't know-
I had some friends that.
There are two communities though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. So, but I do have some friends that are Jewish and have gone down and invited me down for some matzo ball soup and stuff.
Oh,
so
you
pretty
like
cool.
it?
Yeah,
That's
I
my
actually do like it.
It's
Yeah.
comfort food. Have you ever like gone to a Hanukkah celebration or a Purim
I have
or
not, no.
Passover?
No.
Rosh Hashanah, the New Year's coming
Tell me
up.
about those. I don't know anything
okay,
about
can
that.
I teach you a
I
little bit
j-
about?
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just mansplain a bit. So I went to Sunday
Mansplain.
school,
Okay.
so that I'm certified to tell you. I don't speak
Okay.
Hebrew, but I know the alphabet. I understand some words. I have my bat mitzvah, which is like the coming of age, like
That I know.
ceremony. When a girl is 12, you have a bat mitzvah. Basically, what you do is you read from the Torah, you memorize like portions from it if you can't read, and then you sing some songs, and then you kind of just celebrate. You kind of just like say some prayers, sing a bit, like say like why you like. You have to pick a portion from the Bible, but the Old Testament. So the Bible is called the Torah in English, and basically we read the Old Testament. New Testament is what Christians read.
Yeah.
I'm not Christian, and I kind of just my mom is a piano player, so she actually helped play the piano while I was singing at my bat mitzvah.
Cool.
And I had a tutor that helped me prepare for my bat mitzvah.
Okay.
Can I say her name? Her name's Talia Greenberg. She's
Okay.
a teacher in the States, but my dad is friends with her, and she would come to the celebrations. Like she's a part of the community before she moved to the States, and she did Skype calls with me for months leading
Okay.
up. My bat mitzvah was on June 9th, 2018.
Okay. That's a big part of the culture, right? So I think that there's a big party or something at the end. Is it? You want to tell me about that or not really?
I have photos, but yeah.
Okay.
So it's just basically a huge social gathering.
Okay.
And you just have to prove that you can speak Hebrew and you respect the religion and you observe it.
Okay.
I had to come up with a really long essay of why I am Jewish and why I picked the portion I did from the Torah, and I felt like a fraud because I'm not from Israel. I don't speak Hebrew. I'm not even from Europe. Like I'm not from Israel. I'm like very much Asian.
Okay. So like in Mexican culture, when a girl turns 15, right? We good? We do like they do like the quinceañera.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
if you
I
about
know.
that.
I wanna go to
And then
one.
in like the States, in Canada, it's like a sweet 16, right?
Yeah, so
I think
fun.
it's something
kind of
a little bit similar,
equivalent.
right?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
equivalent. Okay, cool.
I think a quinceañera is probably more fun because the bat mitzvah, it's very formal. You're not supposed to be like rowdy and act loud.
Okay,
That's
okay.
like I had two different ones. The first part was like the prayer part. The second part we went to ACC and kind of partied. We had a
Okay.
DJ and a photographer.
That sounds like fun. Yeah. All right. Let's pull up some pictures. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Can I post pictures
Yeah.
up? Yeah. You've seen them already, right?
Can I press it?
You want to press it? You can press it.
So
Okay.
do you want me
Okay.
to just talk about like each picture?
Okay. So start with number one.
So,
Yeah.
this was my first dance production in upper school. These are my friends. Their names are Amy, Yvonne, Sherry, Alexandra, and Karina. They all graduated this year.
Okay. Cool.
And this was after the show, so everyone was just taking pictures and receiving flowers.
Looks great. Yeah.
Can I go
Okay.
number 2?
Yeah. Go for it.
This was summer camp in sixth grade. Sixth grade. Those 3 people in the back, not the girl in the front, are my camp counselors. The girl in the front, her name is Ashley Tsang. And I think some of my friends actually know Ashley. And the guy in the back, his name's Kevin. The girl in the front is Megan. And the woman on the right is Katie. So they're all they know my brother. The ones on the left, not the far right, they're all friends with my brother.
Okay. Cool.
Number 3.
We'll do number 3, and then we'll got to wrap it up.
Okay, this
pretty
one's a
soon.
funny
Yeah.
photo.
Okay.
This one is my friend. His name
Okay,
is
okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Go ahead.
His
Last
name's
one.
Dexter. We were in 9th grade,
I know him,
physics. Yeah. We just kind of bored because the teacher kind of drones on about the same topic, and our class had 5 people only. So me and Dexter go way back.
Okay, cool. Let's take a break from that, and maybe tell me what's like a day, like a regular day for you, day in the life.
Okay, my regular day in the life is I go to class and I hang out with my lovely group of friends. What we do is we take videos and photos of just singing and dancing our favorite songs, and they film me, and then I post it on my account, and then we get lots of funny views and interactions because we're bored. We have so much time. I don't have 8 classes. I take 6, 5, not because in
Okay, so you
senior
don't have
year
the
you
full
don't have
schedule.
to. I already fulfill all my credits, so I hang out with people like Kaden, Lorena, Amalia. Can I name drop? Yeah, I hang out with my friends.
I'm not sure. Okay. That's cool. Okay. So how about if you gave me the top 5, your favorite 5 things in Taiwan, about Taiwan?
It can include school though.
Whatever you want.
Okay, my top 5 things about school, because it's in
okay.
Taiwan,
Okay.
are my friends. They're so lovely. They make me so happy. Number 2, studying. I like
You like
actually
studying.
Okay. I don't like studying, but learning.
Okay.
There's a difference. I'd say number 3 is traveling, because Taiwan has beautiful landscape and scenery. I've been to Kending, Tainan, Taichung, Hualien, Sunmoon Lake, Geelong, that. So I've just kind of been all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Any more things about it? What about maybe some things what about the States?
Oh.
Top 5 things about there.
Oh my God! Can I talk about other states other than Florida?
Whatever
I
you
love
want.
New York.
New York, okay.
I've been twice. I love Maui. I've been 3 times. It's
Maui, okay.
It's a beautiful place. It's lovely pools, lovely beaches. You can meet new guys and girls, and there's just lovely sunsets. Honestly, if you just watch the sunset, it's honestly, it's breathtaking.
Okay.
The color of the sky is pink, blue, orange. And I love eating shaved ice. They have that, and only in Maui they have a different. It's not the same as Taiwan.
Okay.
It's they got
It's like a
their
snow
own,
cone,
yeah,
right?
and they've got the dye. Yeah, so I always feel so nostalgic when I look back at old memories of Maui. I just feel wow, just take me back,
Okay.
And we would just live in a condominium, a condo.
Okay.
It's just me, my brother, my mom. That was my first 2 times going to Maui. Keanu, my brother, was there, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's me, my mom, my dad, and me. Yeah, and then basically we would just go and eat at restaurants sushi. We would eat sushi. Is that okay? Yeah.
No, okay.
Japanese restaurant.
I love sushi.
And then we would also go grocery shopping. That's my favorite part. I love food, nerds.
You love food.
Sour Patch
okay.
Kids.
Oh, that's funny.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
Lunchables I never had, but just stuff you can't find. I love going makeup shopping for all my friends. They're like, Pasha, bring me the Sky High Maybelline mascara back for me. I'll pay you. So I had to do that for 8 different friends from the European school. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
name them, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
They're
fine,
like,
okay.
Pasha, give me Pop-Tarts, give me Nerds Rope, give me everything. And I'm like, are you gonna pay me?
Okay. Yeah. Actually, it's funny when I go back to Canada. That's the same thing. My daughter does the same thing. Gets all the mini eggs and all that sort of stuff. This
Yeah.
time was the Mr. Beast Feastables.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
we got to try the Feastables and
You
all
can
that
order
stuff.
it
Yeah.
online though, right?
We got it there. I don't know. Can you get them here? We got them in Canada. You can't
can't.
get them here, right?
Yeah, you have to go to the there's an American store near like they sell candy.
Okay.
You know it?
Not sure.
It's on the left-hand side. You cross the intersection. It's on the right. You know, like where Swenson's used to be. You know Swenson's.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're
That
talking about
area.
Willie's?
Yeah,
Willie's Deli?
They have
Okay.
like turkey and stuff.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
where
yeah.
they have
They have
vanilla.
Feastables?
No,
Oh,
vanilla
okay.
extract Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
that kind of good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the first meal you get when you go back? What's the number one thing
Dude.
you get?
Candy.
Candy. Okay.
But like a meal,
Okay.
I would say every time I come back, my grandma cooks a whole feast for us when we went.
Sure.
Can I say that? She makes dishes like tuna pasta. Can I say that?
Okay. Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
She
cool.
makes
yeah.
us like a bunch of meal, like chicken noodle soup, just comfort, like soul food.
Yeah.
She makes us, gill. What's it called? Like fish, like a Jewish.
Gefilte fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She makes that. What else does
Tell me about.
Grandma
I've
Jerry
actually
make?
only heard that before.
Can you tell me? I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's a big baker.
Okay,
She
nice.
we bake cupcakes, cakes, cookies,
Okay.
Jello.
Awesome.
We make Jello.
Nice. Okay.
I actually have an aunt. I have an aunt. Can I talk about my aunt?
Okay. Why don't you tell me ideal
No,
situation?
she's in Vegas.
Okay.
I won't say names. I have a cousin who's half Italian. His dad's Italian. My dad has a sister, and I have visited them in Vegas several summers ago in 2019 in July. My brother flew me out because I didn't know how to. I was too young to travel by myself.
Sure,
So
cool.
and then my dad picked me up to accompany, like to fly me
Okay.
back. So my brother and my dad kind of like helped me get there and pick me up.
Okay.
I had a blast, like a time of my life. I went to the water park. I went to got to meet my cousin's friend, and then we kind of just hung out. Like we went to the water park twice, and then
Sounds good.
we went to on this really high slide 10 to 11 times in a row.
Okay.
And then I also went on some slide. I love water parks, amusement parks. We went to watch a Cirque du Soleil show. My uncle used to work at a Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas. He was the head of it, and he helped us get some VIP tickets, and we got to meet the dancers beforehand and take pictures with them.
Beautiful. Cool. So why don't you tell me? I'll ask you one more question. So why don't you tell me ideal situation, right? In the next year, you're going to graduate, right? So next 2 years, what's if everything goes 100% perfect for you, where will you be? What will you be doing?
I will be at University of Miami
Uh-huh.
on the Alex Earl Scholarship. She's an influencer on TikTok, and what she does is she makes TikToks. She's with an NFL player called Braden Braxton Berrios, something like that, and he plays for the Miami Dolphins. So she's very she promotes Miami. She's loves Miami, and I want to do they have Taylor Swift classes.
Do you have what classes?
They
sorry?
teach about Taylor Swift at
Oh,
college.
Taylor Swift classes. Okay, interesting. All right.
I love pop culture.
Okay. Who's your favorite musician?
Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift.
Ariana
Okay.
Grande.
Did you go see her while she was here?
She was here.
I thought she was
No,
here.
she's
Wasn't she?
never
Wasn't
come,
Taylor
no.
Swift? No.
I like Dua
I mean-
Lipa. She's coming.
Oh, that's
I
right.
saw Laufey recently.
That's cool. Awesome.
She's a mixed singer. She's Norwegian and Chinese. My mom actually watched it with me.
Very cool. Very cool. Cool. Well, I think we've got enough here.
Can I ask
Do you
you a
wanna?
question?
Sure.
Guys,
Shoot.
I mean, if you want to shout, you're done, right? You say you want to shout out your Instagram. You want me
Yeah,
to say
come
it?
shout it out. Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
shout it out. It's all
Can
good.
I just say thank you guys for coming, and I appreciate your time. I know it's a weeknight. We're all tired. Thank you so much for coming.
Cool. All right. Do you have anything you want to say before we call it?
I think we're pretty much done. Thank you so much for inviting me onto
No
your show, and
problem.
thank you for taking the time out of your night to let me do this.
No
I know
problem.
it's very inconvenient.
No, it's cool. Everything is cool.
Is it okay if I get a group vote with people's consent after this ends?
Sure, of course.
Okay,
of
thank
course.
you.
Yeah. Cool. So, thanks for coming,
Yeah.
and I will thank you.